Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from Notion Hub, and in this video, I'll be showing you all the best features of the Vivo Y20. By the way, I'll also be making a dedicated video for the tips and tricks section where I'll be covering many things which I won't be showing you in this video. So definitely check out that video as well, link will be in the description. Now the first best thing about this phone is its performance. This phone sports a Snapdragon 460 processor with Adreno 610 GPU. Purely in terms of performance, it can't be compared with online exclusive phones, but for a normal user, for regular usage, it is pretty sufficient. Next, this phone also packs in a pretty decent display. This phone sports a 6.55-inch IPS display with HD+ resolution in 20:9 aspect ratio. Now here's a quick look at the display panel. Next best thing about this phone is its bigger battery size. This phone sports a massive 5000 mAh battery, and for a normal user, it can easily last you for 2 days. Going on next, this phone has a side-mounted fingerprint scanner. Yes, just like most of the phones these days, even this phone comes with a side-mounted fingerprint scanner, and that's pretty fast. Here's a quick preview. Going on next, we also have the face unlock feature. Just like any other Vivo phone in good lighting conditions, it's super fast, in fact as fast as the fingerprint scanner. It works pretty well even in low lighting conditions, just a bit slower. Here's a quick preview. Next we have Vivo Share. This is another new feature on the Vivo phones, which allows you to share files between Vivo phones easily. Like all Vivo phones have Vivo Share pre-installed, so you can easily share files between Vivo phones. It's just like ShareIt, but for Vivo phones. And if you have Vivo Share installed on your PC, you can also transfer files between your PC and phone pretty easily. Next we have Ultra Game Mode. Now, even the previous Vivo phones have this feature, but we have a brand new UI and some extra features. Like there's a new esports mode, which can further optimize your phone for better gaming experience. We also have 4D game vibration. For games like PUBG, your phone vibrates every time you shoot or you get hit, and there are a lot more cool features related to gaming that you should definitely check out. Next, we have a new feature called Notification History. Now, every time you get a notification, it's recorded in this place, and even when you dismiss that notification, it's still recorded over here. It's like a notification log. Next, we have notification bubbles. Now, once you enable this feature for some supported applications, every time you get a notification, you can see a floating chat-head style notification icon on the display. It's a pretty good feature, but I wish it had some more options. Next, we have a new home screen gesture to pull down the notification bar. By default, when you do a swipe down gesture on your home screen, it brings up global search. But from home screen settings, you can change it to pull down the notification bar whenever you slide down on the home screen. This is something I would recommend you to do. Next, we have new navigation gestures. Once you enable this feature, you can swipe from the bottom of the screen to go home, swipe and hold for recent apps, and you can swipe from the left side or right side to go back a step. Finally, you can swipe diagonally from the bottom left corner or the bottom right corner to trigger Google Assistant. Next, we have a dedicated dark mode. Now, once you enable this feature, it turns all the UI elements to dark theme, and now the phone will look much more cooler. It strains your eyes less at night, and you can also schedule it to automatically turn on and turn off at a specific time. Once you enable the dark mode, some of the stock applications like the phone dialer and SMS application also change their theme. Next, we have a quick gesture to open split screen mode. On this phone, you can just swipe up using 3 fingers to open split screen mode. This gesture works anywhere, anytime, for almost all the applications. Next, we have app encryption. For the first time when you open it up, it'll ask you to set up a password and then select the applications that you want to lock. We can also unlock the locked applications using the password or the fingerprint scanner, or even by using the face unlock feature. If you use face unlock feature, most of the time whenever you open a locked application, because of that super fast face unlock speeds, you won't even see the lock screen. Next, we have one-handed mode. This phone has a massive screen, and obviously you need 2 hands to use this phone. But for some reason, if you want to use this phone single-handedly, or maybe unlock the password or use the keyboard single-handedly, you can do all that using this feature. You can just swipe your finger in a particular way to shrink the screen, and you can repeat it again to make it big again. Next, we have ThreeFinger Screenshot. Now before I show you how to use that, Let me show you how to take a normal screenshot. Just press the volume down and power button both at the same time to take a screenshot. Now this particular trick is pretty simple and works with almost all the Android phones. Now coming back to the 3-finger screenshot, simply enable this feature and swipe down using 3 fingers to take a screenshot. Personally, I love this feature, and if you're someone who takes a lot of screenshots on your phone, then this can be really useful. Next, we can also take a long screenshot on this phone. To take a long screenshot, first you need to take a regular screenshot. You can either use the button or the gestures. Once you take a screenshot, you'll get a preview. Just tap on the long screenshot option. Now just scroll the page to take a longer screenshot. Now going on next, I'm going to show you how to stop or allow applications from running in the background. By default, this phone is configured to kill all the applications that are running in the background after some time. But for some reason, if you don't want some applications to be killed, say like WhatsApp or Facebook, you can whitelist those applications from here. Next we have Auto Start Management. When you kill applications from the Recent Apps page, some applications restart automatically and then they run in the background. Applications like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp might be important, but some applications like Amazon, Flipkart or even UC browser need not run in the background automatically. So from this page, you can stop those applications from automatically restarting in the background and thereby improving some battery life. Next, I'm going to show you how to record calls automatically on your phone. Now, if you're someone like me who wants to record all the calls that you get or make, we can do it on this phone. Just go to the phone dialer settings and we have the option to record all the calls automatically. Once you enable this feature, all the incoming calls and outgoing calls will be recorded automatically on your phone. Next we have Gamespace. Now this is an application that simply lists all the games that are available on your phone in a pretty cool user interface. It also gives you complete stats of your gameplay, like how long you have been playing the game, how much data it has consumed over Wi-Fi or mobile data, and more information like that. Next we have Double Tap to Wake. Just like the name suggests, once you enable this feature, you can double tap the screen when your phone is locked to wake it up. This particular feature works really well with Face Unlock feature. Just double tap the screen, display lights up and sees your face, and then immediately unlocks the phone. Overall, you'll have a very immersive experience without losing on security. Next we have Smart Wake gestures. Now these are just screen off gestures, but Vivo likes to call them the Smart Wake gestures. So these are all the gestures that are available. We can do a swipe up gesture when the phone is locked to unlock the phone. We can swipe it down to open the camera application. We can draw a C to open the phone dialer. And draw M to play music. And there are a lot more stuff like that. So definitely check them out. Next we have Rest to Wake feature. Now just like the name suggests, once you enable this feature, whenever you pick up your phone, screen lights up and shows you the lock screen. If you have enabled Face Unlock feature, every time you lift your phone, display lights up, front-facing camera sees your face and immediately unlocks the phone. Once again, just like the Double Tap to Wake feature, even this feature can give you a much more immersive experience, but sometimes it can be annoying. Next we have a feature called App Clone. This feature allows you to use 2 versions of the same application at the same time. You just need to enable this feature for the applications that you want to use, and then you will be able to find 2 instances of the same application on your home screen. With this feature, you can use 2 Facebook accounts, 2 Instagram accounts, 2 WhatsApp accounts, and so on. It's a pretty cool feature, but only supports few applications. Next, we have a lot of smart call features, which I would recommend you to check them out yourself. You can put your phone near your ear to lift the call, hold it in your hand to turn on the speaker mode, swipe over the proximity sensor to lift the call, and do some other crazy stuff. So check them out yourself. Next we have is Capture. I've already shown you how to take a regular screenshot, long screenshot, and the 3-finger screenshot, but this phone still offers a lot of things related to screenshots. We can access the Super Screenshot feature from the toggles, and once you select it, you get a lot of options. We can take a long screenshot, rectangular screenshot, we can even record the screen, and take some funny screenshots as well. This is something you should definitely check. Next we have Flashlight Notification. Once you enable this feature, every time you get a call or a message, LED light or the flashlight on the back flickers, giving you a visible indication. Next we have Easy Touch. which is like a floating bubble just like on the iPhones with some additional options. You can tap it once for additional options. You can also choose a custom action for double tap like going back, going to the home screen or pulling down the notification bar. This feature is exactly like the floating bubble on the iOS. Next we have eye protection mode. According to a research, using smartphones, tablets or anything that emits a blue light will affect your sleep. So once you enable this feature, it puts a warm tint on the screen and filters the blue light. You can also change the intensity of the tint to make the display look more warmer or a little bit lighter. You can also schedule it to automatically turn on and turn off at a specific time. Next we have Face Beauty for video call. Now this is kind of a unique feature that's available on this phone that will allow you to use Face Beauty mode while making video calls, especially for apps like WhatsApp and Skype. Next we have Task Timer, which has features like Schedule Power On Power Off, Schedule Vibration Mode, Aeroplane Mode and Countdown Vibration, where the touch vibration will be turned on for custom time. With Schedule Power On and Off, you can set a time for the phone to power on and power off automatically. Next we have wireless display. Using this feature, we can cast the screen of your phone to a smart TV or any device that supports Miracast. It works with Miracast, but it doesn't work with a Chromecast. Next we have digital well-being. This is a feature from Google which tracks all your usage and gives you complete analysis of which apps you're using more. You can also use this feature to restrict your own usage to have a healthy digital life. Next we have Bittime Mode. Now this feature is part of digital well-being, which can help you sleep faster at night. Using this feature, we can schedule your phone to turn on grayscale mode and do not disturb mode at a specific time. Grayscale mode makes your display white and black, and do not disturb mode just makes your phone more silent. And overall, it helps you sleep faster at night. So guys, these are all the features offered by this phone. If I missed out on anything important, do let me know by commenting below this video, and definitely check out my video on the tips and tricks section. Link will be in the description. By the way, if you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It always helps the channel. If you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.